Police seeking ex-boyfriend of severely burnt St. Catherine teen. The St. Catherine North Police are seeking 18-year-old Antoine Gray, otherwise known as Bad Fowl and Bright, after his 17-year-old ex-girlfriend was set on fire in her sleep in Linstead, St. Catherine, on Thursday morning. The girl is in hospital in serious condition after suffering severe burns all over her body. A 22-year-old man also suffered burns from the fire. The police say Gray is a person of interest in the case as they believe he can assist them with the ongoing investigation. They say he is known to frequent the Johns Road and Taws Pen areas of Spanish Town. The police say they have tried repeatedly to locate him, but their efforts have proven futile. They are now appealing to Gray to contact them by calling 876-985-2285 or 876-985-9070. Alternatively, Gray may visit the Linstead Police immediately. Anyone who can help detectives locate Antoine Gray is being asked to contact the Linstead Police Station at the numbers above, the 119 police emergency number or the nearest police station. Dancehall artiste Madick reported missing. 29-year-old dancehall artiste Stephanie Williams, otherwise called Madick of Mayfair, Red Hills Road in St. Andrew, has been missing since Thursday. The police say she is a brown complexion, slim build, and about 5 feet 7 inches tall. Reports from the Constant Spring Police state that Williams left home sometime on Thursday afternoon and has not been seen since. At the time, she was wearing a black blouse, black tights, and a pair of black shoes. The police say all attempts to contact her have failed. Anyone knowing the whereabouts of Stephanie Williams is asked to contact the Constant Spring Police at 876-924-1421, the 119 police emergency number or the nearest police station. From attempted suicide to success story. Dr. Tricia Bailey maps the road to healing and triumph in Unbroken. After being dubbed the richest Jamaican woman alive, international billionaire Dr. Tricia Bailey is sharing the secrets to her success in her book, Unbroken, the triumphant story of a woman's journey. How I came about writing the book is through my journey of aspiring to become greater than what I was born into and what the normal world normally looks like for a black woman. I just wanted to show them that regardless of whatever challenges there are, and I've had many, regardless of where they are, regardless of the pain that they might feel, they can overcome and they can reach the stage that I am at today. But there is a certain methodology that they must utilize in order to get to that space of mental fortitude, as well as being structured and disciplined and acquire the necessary skills. Though born in St. Elizabeth, Jamaica, Bailey migrated to Connecticut in the United States at the age of 13 years old. No stranger to hardship in her life, Bailey overcame sexual assault, poverty, depression, and suicide before amassing her fortune through her entrepreneurial exploits in the medical field. The book reads like a fictional novel, but it's my autobiography, she quipped. It also gives a lot of advice on how to build. Like how to build careers, how to withstand discomfort, how to navigate through corporate America, how to build yourself as an entrepreneur. Bailey says by going through the dual process of eye movement desensitization and reprocessing, EMDR, therapy and releasing her traumas, she now has only love in her heart. One of the things that happened since I've released the book, the people who have read it, they started sharing. They would start sharing not just with me, but they would start sharing with others. There is a healing that comes with sharing. Because for me, as I shared and I was so open and raw in all the descriptors of my life's challenges, what happened for me is that it's almost like I released the negative traumas and they have been replaced with love in my heart. Though now standing proud as a Jamaican American success story, Bailey says during her writing process she was initially hesitant to include some stories from her past. While now she can laugh about it, Bailey says she was initially very nervous to include her previous struggles to pass the SATs, a standardized testing system in the United States. Not much academic attention. When I came to the United States, I was really behind with school. The Jamaican school system where I was growing up put a lot of attention on the kids that they believe are the brightest minds and they get lots of attention. The other kids don't really get it as much and I was one of those kids that didn't get much attention, so I was academically behind. Bailey says time after time she failed to get the necessary scores to pass the exam. I took it 4 or 5 times and I just could not qualify, she said, recalling the once difficult memory. She said after consulting with her writer, she decided to add the story in hopes that it would inspire someone to keep going. She told the Sunday Gleaner in her process she also felt some hesitation in sharing her suicide story. I was in a coma for 8 days, and the reason I was in a coma is because I attempted suicide. For me, it said to me, "You're weak because you did this to yourself." But I wasn't weak and I was able to overcome these different things, and people are not weak. That story, especially because there are so many in the black community, I struggled with sharing that. But then I said, this is my job, my responsibility on earth, and right now I am walking and living in my purpose. To be able to uplift, inspire, and show young people that yes, you might get to the part of complete darkness, but there's still always a little bit of light, and as long as we hold on to that small amount of light when you go through the pain, then you'll be okay because God got you. Now available on Amazon, Bailey says she is looking forward to seeing the reception of her vulnerability. Chanel. Limi at Gleaner.com. If you or someone you know is considering suicide, call the Ministry of Health and Wellness Mental Health and Suicide Prevention Helpline at 888 New Life, 639-5433. Several were killed as armed gangs fired upon protesters. Port-au-Prince, Haiti, CMC- at least 7 people were killed and several others injured after gunmen fired upon a protest that had been organized by a church leader on Saturday. The parishioners, some armed with machetes, were marching through a suburb of the capital, Port-au-Prince, when the members of the gang, believed to be those in control of the suburb of Canaan, fired upon them with machine guns. Officials fear that the death toll could rise given the number of persons badly wounded, while others have been kidnapped. A video being circulated on social media showed people being shot at in the street, bodies lying on the ground, and people who appeared to be hostages saying they thought the march was peaceful and had no idea it was about taking on the gang. The suburb of Canaan, which was founded by survivors of the devastating 2010 earthquake, is controlled by a gang led by a man identified only as Jeff, who is believed to be allied with the 5 Seg 5 Seconds gang. Officials fear that the death toll could rise given the number of persons badly wounded, while others have been kidnapped. A video being circulated on social media showed people being shot at in the street, bodies lying on the ground, and people who appeared to be hostages saying they thought the march was peaceful and had no idea it was about taking on the gang. The suburb of Canaan, which was founded by survivors of the devastating 2010 earthquake, is controlled by a gang led by a man identified only as Jeff, who is believed to be allied with the 5 Seg 5 Seconds gang. Gédéon Jean, director of Haiti Center for Analysis and Research in Human Rights, is quoted by the Associated Press news agency as saying that he watched the event unfold online and planned to ask the Ministry of Justice to investigate. He also accused the pastor who organized the march of being irresponsible, adding the police should have stopped them from going. It's extremely horrible for the state to let something like this happen. Haiti has been thrown into turmoil since the July 7, 2021 assassination of President Jovenel Moïse, with the interim government of Prime Minister Dr. Ariel Henry urging the international community to send in a multinational force to maintain peace and security in the French-speaking CARICOM country. Last week, a 10-member team from Kenya arrived on the island for discussions with the government and various stakeholders. Kenya's Foreign Minister Alfred Mutua has said that his country's commitment is to deploy a contingent of 1,000 police officers to help train and assist Haitian police in restoring normalcy in the country and protecting strategic installations. 2 CARICOM countries, the Bahamas and Jamaica, have already said they are willing to provide personnel, and the United States has also indicated a willingness to put forward a Security Council resolution to back a deployment. The United Nations Secretary-General Antonio Guterres has urged the Security Council to ensure that a multinational police deployment force is sent to Haiti to restore peace and security. In a report that was circulated to the 15-member Security Council, the UN Secretary-General outlined 2 potential UN options, namely providing logistical support to multinational force and Haiti's police and strengthening a UN political mission already in Haiti. In his report, Guterres, who had held talks with CARICOM leaders during their summit in Trinidad and Tobago in July, urged countries to join Kenya in sending a multinational force to deal with the security situation in Haiti,